Yo, so I've been dying to gossip about this shit all week, and it's one of the biggest mysteries in the Egghead arc, and that is, what the fuck is the Egghead incident? What's gonna happen? Is somebody gonna die? I mean, I know Oda was talking about earlier at the start of Egghead, he was like, oh, I hope nobody dies. You know, all that shit. I think this is the climax. I believe I have glossed over this topic a little bit before in a video months and months ago, but quite a bit of shit has happened since then. So, let me go over like 3 little options here. And some are gonna be pretty wild and like, what the fuck are you on, you know, type of shit. And some are gonna be safe, logical options. But nobody likes those, so let's just get fucking stupid. Not hard for me. So the first obvious thing that will probably happen is somebody's gonna die, or somebody's gonna be captured. One of the two. I think whatever this incident may be will be very reminiscent of the Ace and Blackbeard incident that triggered Marineford. So something of that magnitude must happen here. Otherwise, Oda wouldn't throw out that same warning. You know, the fucking former Pirate King's son is being captured and executed publicly. That's some pretty nutty shit. Some key players here that would have some shit happen to them that actually would mean something are Saturn, Luffy, Kizaru, Vegapunk, and Kuma, and whoever's on the Blackbeard ship. I'm not really going to talk about that, but they are a player here. Those are the only people that matter in the grand scheme of things. If anything were to happen to like Sanji or like fucking Brook or Usopp, I love Usopp, it wouldn't have that massive of an effect on the world, which needs to happen here. It wouldn't be called the Egghead incident if fucking some shit happened to the random nobodies to the world. One person that has to be involved 100%, no matter what it is Saturn. He's basically of the highest position in the entire fucking world. I mean, publicly. If anything were to ever happen to him, it would be absolutely tragic. That's what made me want to make a video about all this. Like, what if Saturn fucking dropped dead? The death of a Gorosei member would be fucking insane. Imagine that shit. The Gorosei have been around for probably over 800 years. One of them suddenly dying would be insane. They wouldn't be the Gorosei anymore. They would be the Forosei or the Porosei. Now, how on earth will anybody kill Saturn, presumably one of the strongest motherfuckers ever, at bare minimum Yonko level from, you know, at least the way that he's being hyped up. This dude one-shotted Sanji with just Haki. He's that fucking ridiculous, okay? He is OP as hell. And his Devil Fruit is something like we have never seen before, if it even is a Devil Fruit. So who in the fuck is gonna kill him in our little cast on Egghead? Let me tell you. So all the key players that have not shown up on Egghead yet, there's the Blackbeard ship, obviously, although I don't think anybody will be absolutely game-changing on that ship. It's not going to be like Blackbeard or Aokiji or anything, so who really gives a fuck? But at the end of this Kuma flashback, somebody is fucking coming to Egghead, and I could just about guarantee it's gonna be Kuma, not Dragon, although I would absolutely adore if Dragon showed up. Kuma isn't done with Saturn. This dude has bullied Kuma his entire life, being all racist and shit. He sounds like a fucking Xbox Live party in 2009 when he talks to this dude. It would be nuts if Kuma came back to Egghead and got all of his memories back and saw Nika for the first time after praising him for his entire life. And he lets out one huge shock of all the pain, suffering, and all that shit that he endured his entire life, which was pretty much caused by Saturn, and he just nukes all of Egghead, at least doing a massive amount of damage to Saturn. That would be poetic. Remember, Saturn isn't immortal. His age is just frozen in place. He can't die of natural causes like age or probably disease, but that doesn't mean he can't be killed. If Saturn dies, it'll be by Luffy or Kuma's hands. Book that shit. In fact, pretty much everyone on Egghead right now, even Kizaru, has been done dirty by Saturn in some way, shape, or form. Kizaru being one of Kuma's boys, and he took his ass away from him. Okay, not like that. That sounds weird. But yeah, that's the end of the first possibility, and probably the most logical and most likely one, probably. Next up, we got Luffy being captured. So if Oda goes this route, it would be a copy-paste of the Ace Blackbeard situation that the Egghead incident already mirrors to begin with. I'd love to see this though, mainly because I love seeing Luffy lose. I love him, but I want to see him get humbled. Yeah, he's a Yonko now, but that doesn't mean there still isn't people stronger than him. He still has like a level that he needs to reach. He's not there yet. And the final thing I got mustered up is somebody other than Saturn dying. Whoa, big shocker there. Some candidates are Vegapunk, Kizaru, and Kuma, who I think is going to be like 100% be dead by the end of this arc, so I don't really even count him. He's literally falling apart as we speak. He's got like one move left in him, and it's just over for him. But after seeing Kizaru, and even a little bit of Vegapunk in the Kuma flashback, we could see that it was never Vegapunk's intention to turn Kuma into this mindless cyborg. In fact, he fucking hated the idea of that. That was all Saturn's idea. So Vegapunk had nothing but pretty good intentions with Kuma. He doesn't support any of what's happening right now. He's kind of a victim here. Saturn wants Vegapunk dead more than anybody right now. That's the reason why he's here. And I wouldn't be shocked if Vegapunk has some sort of backup plan that if he dies, something fucking absurd happens that deserves the title of the Egghead incident. Like somehow spreading all the knowledge that he has in his big ass brain into the world for everybody to see. But next up we got Kizaru. So Kizaru flipping sides here would be very interesting because it completely goes against who he is as a character at this point. But he clearly was pretty cool with Kuma before his surgery. And he fucking loves Vegapunk, or at least likes him and tolerates him enough to do pizza parties with him and lets him do experiments on him. I think Vegapunk being killed could very easily trigger Kizaru to just go apeshit on Saturn and losing and fucking dying. The death of an admiral would be absolutely fucking nuts. An OG admiral at that. That would definitely be heard around the world, if it got out, that is. Whatever ends up happening, it'll probably trigger some kind of war. So, you know what? Something big's gotta happen. I'm just throwing shit at the wall. But yeah, that's it. I think the first two options are the most likely for sure. I'd honestly like all of these though. But then again, Oda could pull some complete horse shit out and make me look like a fucking dumbass like usual. Although I'm not stupid for saying that Dragon was in the Marines. I'm not forgetting about that. Although that was kind of obvious, I still got that right. Oh, also, I'm posting on my second channel now, so if you like spoilers and shit, go there. I'm trying to fucking throw them up as soon as they happen. It's extremely stressful, so the videos kind of suck, at least compared to the ones here, at least I think, for now. But yeah, no, I'll eventually completely migrate over there, so fucking sub to that shit if you like me and these kind of videos. But yeah.